Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back and doing a best of 3 Crimson Vow draft. Rare Inspired Idea, not going to take that one. Dormant Grove and Packsong Pup are goodies, but probably going to go with removal here, and I think I like Imprisonment more than Retribution. Although, yeah, I mean, they're both good. Stays on the battlefield with Imprisonment, and I like that Imprisonment is a little bit more proactive if you're the aggressor. And you can cash it out for a blood token, so there's some upsides there over Retribution. So I think we'll go with that. But yeah, there's some very good cards in here otherwise. I mean, Infantry, obviously the Pup, the Grove, the Inspired Idea. You get card draw out of this. And Retribution, Chill of the Grave. Those are some very playable cards, but I'm going to go with the Imprisonment. All right, follow-up pick. Well, you can take the Minister. It's on color. It's good. There's Waltzer, which is also a good card, but it's gold, and we might not end up red, so I'll probably go with Minister. Statuette impressed me much later in the format. Gutter Skulker is good. Shield Basher's playable. Farmer's good. I like Spore Crawler. I like the Hungry Ridge Wolf. Throng hasn't been doing it for me. Maybe if you're a really heavy exploit deck. But outside of exploit, yeah, every time I play Throng, I draw all of my Throngs in the first, like, 2 draws. And then it's like, what a waste. I've got a bunch of Goblin Pikers in my hand. All right, let's take the Minister. Okay, well, we can take the Bystander. Great synergy with the Minister, if you can flip it somehow. But we probably want this Bleed Dry. I mean, Bleed Dry is definitely the best card in here. Bystander is very good, and it's, you know, on color, so we could possibly branch somewhere else, but Bleed Dry is too good to pass, I think. Just deals with everything. Exiles, too. I mean, what more can you ask for? All right, another Minister. I mean, especially if we end up black-white. Minister is one of the more important cards you can get. Turn on your synergies. Distracting Geist is good. Gift of Fangs and Guest are good. Yet another Chill of the Grave, but yeah, we'll take the Minister. All right. Investigator's Journal. You know, maybe this is the time I give the card a chance, because otherwise there's really nothing crazy good in here otherwise. Impulse I like. I don't really like the Trainee that much, but I mean, Training does work well with Minister. It's some synergy. Disciple is fine. Still works with Minister too. But I'll take the Journal. Maybe, you know, maybe we play it, get some card advantage, see what we think of it. I'm trying to think how many counters on it before you'd be happy. I don't know. I mean, it's still a little clunky either way, but I feel like black-white can be good at stalling out, though, so then it might be pretty good. All right, Gluttonous Guest, to me, makes sense because more life gain, plus you get some blood tokens out of it. And otherwise, maybe take a Shield Basher or a Knife or something, but no, Gluttonous Guest seems fine to me. We've got, like, we've got all these enablers now. We just need some of the payoffs. I guess maybe I'll take Beguiler again. It actually did impress me. I know. Played better than I thought it would. It's actually kind of good in this archetype for stalling out. Groom's Finery. Do I really want to build the Groom's Finery Bride's Gown deck? Probably not. Let's just take a Sanctify for sideboard here. Valuable sideboard card. Ooh, well, taking a late Infantry here. Good card. Taking over Chill of the Grave. Solid 2-drop. Good card. I feel okay with taking a Shield Basher here. I don't like Unholy Officiant, and pretty rarely would I play Blood Servitor. I mean, I guess it works with Guest and all, but Shield Basher plays surprisingly well. All right, I guess we'll take a Vampire's Kiss. Best card in the pack is, I don't know, maybe Scab? But whatever. We'll take a Kiss. Doubt we'll play it, but I mean, technically it works with life gain synergies as well, although at this point we've got 2 Ministers and a Gluttonous Guest. I think we're actually ready for some Courier Bats and Markov Purifiers and other things that are escaping me right now. Even the Heron, I mean, is good with all this life gain. Guess we'll take a Bloody Betrayal on the off chance we get both Exploit and a way to splash it. Seems pretty unlikely. Well, Sure Strike's pretty playable, actually. Technically only have 2 playable black cards right now, so who knows? If red's more open, maybe I could end up red-white. We'll see. Oh, well, that answers that question. Purifier in here too, and a Bleed Dry? What? Oh, boy. Purifier with 2 Ministers and a Gluttonous Guest is pretty nasty, but there's absolutely no way I'm passing. Volatile Arsonist. This card is so dirty. It's a Bleed Dry in here too, which even then, the fight between Bleed Dry and Purifier, plus there's Security and Heron of Hope. I mean, this pack is stacked, but I'm taking Arsonist. It's a Feel Bad Mythic, and it's incredibly powerful. So, and getting those late red cards might be a sign. Who knows? All right. So, probably red, white. Guess I could take the Retribution, just get the removal. Graph Reaver in black, not really doing it for me. Retribution's better than Piercing Light. Heron Blessed Geist is fine and playable, but I'd rather, I guess, just have more removal. I mean, you can pay 6 mana and make it proactive removal too, so it's fine. Ooh, Torrens. Jeez, that's a good one. Maybe just take the Quartermaster. Jeez, there's Minister in here too. And there's Blood Petal Celebrant, but I think we'll go with the Quartermaster. Let's dump black. I mean, same argument I had last time I picked up Volatile Arsonist. When you get this, you take it and you just play it, and it just wins because it's a dirty, dirty card. So I feel fine taking Quartermaster, having a couple, like we can probably dump Beguiler now. Journal's probably not happening either. Neither is Nurturing Presence. Just trying to get an eye on where we're at. Probably not doing Bloody Betrayal. So we really have, what, like 9 playables? That's fine. All right, let's take the Quartermaster. That's good. Voice of the Blessed. Well, we have 2 Traveling Ministers, so I'd say that one is good. I'm going to take it over the Retribution here. Yeah. 2 Ministers is pretty nice with it. So we'll take that. Looking good. Hypnotist. Blood token generation, pretty much non-existent in here. So it's like a 3 mana, 3/3. How many creatures? 7 creatures. Could take the Piercing Light. I don't love Piercing Light, but it is playable. Can be useful. I'd rather have something like, honestly, I'd rather have like a Sure Strike. But just because you can actually kill your opponent with it too. Could take the Hypnotist. I don't think we're going to get the blood token generation, and no block is no good. So whatever, we'll take the Piercing Light. All right, Initiate. Now there is actually a good one for us, I think, because we've got Ministers, and we're going to have some 2-power creatures, hopefully more soon. And it's a 1-drop. 1-drops are just good in this format. It just turns out, wow, Waltzer, that's a huge pickup, and there's nothing else in this pack for us. So really nice pickup there. Still considering the Journal. I can take Belligerent Guest, it's playable, or we could take Honored Heirloom per sideboard. But since we had to pivot slightly, I'd rather have a Guest. Just alright, Heron is good. It flies, it's good with Ministers. It's going to be good with Voice of the Blessed. Yeah. Alright, Geist, we have, how many enchantments? We have a Sigarda's Imprisonment plus a Infantry that turns into an aura, and that's it. I think so. Probably take another Piercing Light, I guess. Just in case I need them. All right, Honored Heirloom now for sideboard. Another Beguiler. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. All right. Pack 3, we only need 6 playables. Removal-wise, we have 2 piercing lights. Well, I don't like Fierce Retribution as much when I'm trying to be proactive, but that's all right. Alluring Suitor is a huge pickup here. Super strong card, and we have a bunch of 1-drop creatures. Like, Initiate and a Suitor, those two just awesome together. Yeah, so taking Suitor, happy about it. Great card. Wins games real fast. Falcon Wrath Forebear in there too. Wow. Might just get off the journal. I'm really debating this one though, just because we don't have any card advantage. And you know me, I hate playing 16 lands now. I hate getting flooded too, but I don't know what to do about that. We'll figure it out. Well, here's a pretty easy Abrade. Where are we at? 12 creatures? Okay, we're okay. Kaya Geist Hunter is not very good, although I did get to make that sweet deck one time. And Ultimate with her, so that was cool. Infantry and Celebrants and Epicure. I mean, there's good red cards in here, but we're clearly taking Abrade. Another Imprisonment. Okay, taking it, playing it, happy about it. We need 3 more creatures. Other than that, we already have a deck with pretty good removal. I don't mind swapping out the Piercing Lights if necessary, though. Playable, not that impressive. And kind of same argument with Fierce Retribution. Definitely playable, but looking less good based on what we're doing here. Like, what we're doing here is trying to beat down. So if we're trying to beat down, I'd rather do stuff like Sure Strikes and not really mess around with Journals, but Journal gives the deck some reach, but yeah, I mean, it might be important enough to take here. Wow, Twin Blade Geist. Well, Geist is amazing with Minister, and is just a very strong card in general, so easy pickup there. Retribution, just looking at vampires, we have 3, so that's probably not going to work, although 3 mana, give all your creatures +1/+0, that's probably not good enough. Ooh, Distracting Geist. Distracting Geist is a good one. You know, Odric is on color, and it can make blood tokens for... How many actual abilities do we have? The problem is we don't really have that many abilities. We have a Double Strike, we have a Trample, we have a Flying. Probably rather just have the thing that attacks and tap things down and comes back. Looking pretty good here. We're 1 creature away from a deck. That's pretty slick. So, Pummeler, Knife, Rallier. Pummeler's got to be better than Rallier, and I guess it makes our 17 land deck a little more justifiable too. Allenbach Escort. We have an Initiate. I don't think we have that many +1/+1 counter things. Oh, I guess Voice of the Blessed. That's a good one. Yeah, we really don't. Well, I guess Quartermaster too. We have enough top end already, though, which makes me like the Geist a little bit less, but whatever. We'll figure something out here. I'm just going to take the rare and get 20 gems, because I don't need anything else there. Combatant's not bad, actually, when we're trying... I mean, in general, it's not a very good card, but based on what this deck looks like, it may actually make the deck here. Wow. Great blue stuff in here. I guess I'm taking the Slayer. All the Nurturing Presence. I mean, I got 3 Nurturing Presence without trying. Blue-white probably would have worked pretty well with that. All the Fear of Death. Do not fear death. 3 Fear of Death in the last 3 picks, huh? Okay. So, where are we at? Let's take a look here. I think we are going to do the Investigator's Journal. Thankfully, I have some top end here. We can easily cut 3 creatures and call it a deck. So what are the weakest 3 in the deck? Probably a Vampire Slayer. Probably the Combatant. Although, maybe the Escort too, but maybe both of them. Like if I just cut Escort, Combatant, and make this a deck, it's probably pretty good. Guest is actually good because, I mean, it has built-in trample, but the blood tokens actually seem important for us. The imprisonments give us some tokens. Geist, we have some disturb for extra graveyard value. Investigator's Journal's card draw. Pummeler gives us somewhere to sink our mana. We have some evasion. We have the Heron, the Waltzer, Quartermaster, Voice of the Blessed, maybe someday. Yeah. Fierce Retribution, remember, can be cast for 6 mana, so that's not bad either. I kind of like this deck. I think it looks good. Yeah. The plan is pretty sound. It looks pretty aggressive. Definitely looks vulnerable to flood, but you got to just deal with it. I mean, we have mana sinks, we have blood tokens, we have some card draw, so let's hope it's good enough. All right. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. 1 mana, but we're on the draw. I think I'm going to risk this one. This is definitely a little bit of a dangerous keep, but the fact that we can, at the very least, draw how many? Well, I mean, we could end up missing a land draw here, but imagine what a red land does to this hand, too. Minister and Infantry. I mean, that was a definitely taking white mana, too. Ooh. Draws there were just amazing. So we attack, we play the infantry. Next turn we can do the guest. Why did they cast Undying Malice on the bat? I think they made a mistake, or they didn't know exactly what that did. I'm really not sure. That was weird, though. That was very weird. I mean, if they keep attacking me, then if they have Vampire's Vengeance, my guest, I mean, I lose everything but my guest, and honestly, I'm probably still okay. Because they lose their bat, and I can still use my infantry out of the graveyard, so even if they have the Vampire's Vengeance, we're really not bad here. That's a weird one to choose. Well, I want to put all the eggs in one basket? Probably not. I guess at this point I can cash out blood tokens too. Oh, enters tapped. Yeah. So Gift of Fangs is pretty good. Courier Bat, I mean, it's not a bad card if you have life gain. Undying Malice play is still bizarre. Unhallowed Phalanx generally is not a good card. It does have some fringe play with the catapult fodder or whatever, but so I don't exactly know what our opponent's doing. Black, red, and all we saw was black spells, so maybe they just are more aggressive than that game led on. Sanctify, I don't really want to bring it in for one ceremonial knife when we already have a braid in the deck, so let's just run it back. I mean, we also drew really well that game too. We kept a one-lander, drew exactly the 2 lands we needed to just explode out our hand. We'll keep this. This hand's good, even though it's slow, just because we have a lot of our most powerful cards in here. Like if we can draw some of our early game and get to the point of like Waltzer into Arsonist, that's pretty nasty. I mean, I think we only have 2 5-drops in the deck, so... Oh, that's a good draw. Alright. Oh, I guess they have Undying Malice up, but... I guess if they Undying Malice, I'm not doing anything else next turn, so I could Imprison, but... We'll see about that. Drawing another one makes me just want to do it, basically. The thing is, they can use the wolf, but it's 4 mana, so it's not like they're doing it soon. It saves damage now. We still need lands in order to do stuff with this hand, so it's okay in my book. I mean, the fact that we ripped another one made that decision quite a bit easier. Doom's Finery, huh? All right. Do the Waltzer, because it has haste. And then going Arsonist next turn is just so good. Arsonist and then follow up with a Quartermaster. Wow. Yeah, that's good. All right. We'll see for round 2. All right, well, it's a keep. Definitely a keep. Ooh, Minister into Twin Blade, guys. There's a good one. Uh-oh, Flameless Bolt. Ooh, that's a clever use of Ancestral Anger. Don't see that too often. I feel like this is the first time I've gotten to do the Minister Twin Blade Geist. Oh, let's see. All right. I'm going to do this and Sure Strike, and then followed by Initiate. So deal 10 points of damage otherwise, huh? Jeez. It's pretty good. The only reason I'm doing it like this is I get to kill their villager plus follow up with Initiate that I can pump next turn, so to me it seems worth it. Oh, wow. That's pretty slick, actually. I might just... Yeah, the question is, do I want to trade off my Initiate? Because I can play Belligerent Guest otherwise. I kind of want to keep that out there. I'm just going to kill this. Fourth land seems fine. Celebrate. Well, good news is we can still attack in with the Geist here, so we'll do that and then play a Shield Basher. Oh, I'm actually surprised by that. Geez, Twin Blade Geist with Shield Basher too is pretty awesome. Let's see. I think this turn I'm just gonna do the maybe I should have pumped the Initiate because I could have removal here, but that's all right. So we'll pay. Then we'll follow up with a Guest. Wow. They were willing to... That's so bizarre. That is bizarre. Okay. So we got a fifth land. Not exactly the one I'm looking for. I think the play is probably just... It's got trample, so this is much stronger here. I mean, their blocks are really not that great here. Yeah. Plus we get a blood token, so that's cool. Hopeful Initiate. Look at that, 4/5 there. That's the biggest Hopeful Initiate I've ever seen. Sideboard, we have Sanctify, we have Vampire Slayer. Those are, I guess we have Bloody Betrayal. We have Honored Heirloom. So we do actually have some sideboard options, but based on what we've seen, their deck looks fine to me. I mean, Honored Heirloom kind of deals with Ancestral Anger, not in any really meaningful way. Not in a way I care about. Deals with Screaming Swarm, that one's not bad. But I don't like it enough to bring it in here, so at least not yet. So we'll run it back. All right, this hand is actually very good. Suitor into Waltzer actually lets you trigger this on turn 4. And can even... I like that you can cast a Braid off of transforming it too. So it's really good. Yeah, Suitor into Waltzer is going to be nasty. That's a lot of potential damage. Wolf Rider's a good card. Minister was a fantastic draw there. Oh, let's see. I suppose I'd rather kill the Wolf Rider. But I think we'll just leave up a Braid for now. Well, I mean, I can kill the Flame Breather too, but they're just they're small dudes. So I think it's fine. I'd rather kill something bigger. Alright, well, they might have a counter spell here, but we'll see. Well, if they were going to kill something, I'd prefer the Minister, so... Oh. Alright. Well, I guess the good news here is we still can play the Waltzer and smash with Minister plus Waltzer. Yeah. This works okay, I think. Oh. Well, if they have a counterspell for this, I guess we're in trouble. Sure. Well, I think for now, since we're losing the race, I'm just going to gain some life. Typically, dealing damage is better than gaining life, but since we're trying to win this race currently, I like it more this way. And they're using a lot of tempo cards too, so best to not get tempoed out here. All right. They're going to have enough cards to start using Wolf Rider, unfortunately, but I don't want to just lose my Minister for nothing either. They only have one card left too, so we're kind of okay. Especially once I can you use this anytime. Ooh, you can. That's all right. Let's do a 4/4 Pummeler, because that seems pretty good based on their little 3/2 wolves here. And they can only do it once, so it's really not that big of a deal. And hopefully Investigator's Journal does something here. That would be slick. That would be slick. I'll take it. So let's do journal. One card in yard, huh? And we are behind on the race, but I think we just chill out for now. We're kind of winning the card advantage race at the moment. And there's no reason to let ourselves get like tempoed out when we're gaining life and drawing cards. Piercing Light's good. So we'll draw. That was good. That was good. All right. No, I wish I hadn't used the red mana. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I would have had to use it for Gust anyway. So, all right. That's all good. So we'll get in for 8 here. Yeah, so I guess now we can Piercing Light, the combatant. I'm okay with keeping that. And then we'll pump this. We'll kill the Wolf Rider. I guess they get to use it though, don't they? That worked out pretty well for him. Good value reaped out a Wolf Rider for him that game. Boy, oh boy, am I happy Investigator's Journal is doing something here. That's nice. I think I'm just gonna kill this. All right, cool. We'll see you for round 3. Well, man. Pretty tempted to keep this, to be honest. I think we'll risk it. This could be dangerous, but we're on the draw. If we rip straight red mana, hopefully we could live long enough to get the Arsonist online. If we rip white mana, we're in really good shape. All right. I'll take 1 turn later on white mana. That's good enough for me. I definitely do not want to block if they attack because we've got Volatile Arsonist to blow that Minister up. All right. Well, and we can kill that too at some point. Let's do the Guest and gain some life of our own here. Well, we have the Imprisonment, so that's okay. Really? Oh, I see. Huh. It's unexpected. That's a good thick kid. So 5 mana. Heron makes the most sense here because we just gain a boatload of life. Oh, maybe I was supposed to attack. No, that's alright. They don't have any cards left and we have multiple, so I like this more. Oh, wow. That is real good. The question is, do I want to attack with the Heron? I guess so. We're going to miss out on some life gain, but that seems good enough for me. I mean, this isn't even kind of fair once voice starts flying here. Yeah, that's just filthy with 2 ministers. All right. So, playing against green-white. Deck looks good. Every card they played is good. Retribution, Quartermaster, Minister, Rider. Oh, never mind. Bramble Armor. Not my cup of tea, but I've seen it played. Pretty good with training. So, it does sort of make sense. Could do Sanctify for it. All we saw was 1 Bramble Armor. Once we see it in a Sigarda's Imprisonment, I think that's a more viable option. Otherwise, probably good where we're at, so we can run it back. It's a good hand. Surprisingly, the Slayer is good against our suitor, so I think I might actually Retribution here. I don't love this, but kind of makes good use of our mana too. Sure. All right. Oh, Glorious Sunrise. Well, Sanctify just got a lot more useful. So actually a surprisingly good draw. They have Fierce Retribution mana up. It's going to make this a little bit tougher, but it's okay. All right. They had what they needed. Nothing to be done about that. Let's see. So that was their last card. They're going to be up to 6. So I guess I can use another Piercing Light. Don't need that. Don't need that. Actually, maybe it would have been smarter to just do the Imprisonment on the Weaver now. Because when do they need power 3 or greater, so they're going to be able to get it. I think I should have actually done the... no. Well, that helps. Unfortunately, it's going to take a couple turns to do the imprisonment plan. It's going to let me kill their Griff Rider. All right. So at least I can't draw a card. That's good. They're going to be able to tap the Arsonist, but at least we can blow up the Beguiler here. I guess we'll just hold up the plains to use the blood token. You're going to get to draw another card here. Hopefully they don't have 2 spells. There's one. Sure. Thankfully we drew this Sure Strike. So we actually want to play 2 spells here. Although I guess at this point, yeah, because they're gonna get to draw anyway. We'll do the Initiate for sure, because it's a way to actually get out of this glorious sunrise. So, like, they can use the infantry on the Weaver just to get the extra card draw of sunrise. I don't actually know if that's even that amazing for them. It gives them an extra card draw, but then they don't even get to gain the life. They got something huge here, huh? Oh, they acted like they did. It was a trick. Never put all your eggs into one basket. And wow. Well, Volatile Arsonist for the win. Beat a Glorious Sunrise with it. That's cool. Their deck was sweet too. Taurens with Glorious Sunrise. That's some good synergy, but tough to beat the Feel Bads, as it turns out. All right, let's see some pack one, pick ones here. All right, pack one, pick one. I would take probably Retribution. It's the most niche, but it's the only card in here I really care about, and it can be very powerful in Vampire Tribal. All right, back one, pick one here. Security versus Cadet. They're both kind of niche. I would say Security is more niche than Cadet, but it's also got a better body. This requires other creatures, but it can draw from its own training. Security requires blood tokens, but there's plenty in black. Man, and it's a bigger body on the front side. Yeah. Probably the Security, I guess. Just because I think I like the Vampire deck quite a bit, too. Here's probably the Suitors. Card is just really, really strong. It's deceptively strong. All right, pack one, pick one here. I think it's Geist versus Resistance Squad. They both have their upsides. This, having double strike on the front half and giving something else double strike is very good, but this being a pretty reasonable body that also draws you a card is very good. Might actually go with the Geist over the Resistance Squad. I like drawing cards, but this is like 2 spells in one, and it's a 2-drop, and it's got double strike. I don't know. I think either one of those options, and I would be happy. Back one, pick one here. Skull Scab's a cool card. It's pretty specific. There's nothing too terribly exciting otherwise. Heron of Hope and Infantry and Geist are all playable, but I guess I would take the Skull Scab. It is a gold card, like I said, and I don't play blue-black too often, but that's a good 2-drop for that archetype. Here, I'd take the Retribution over the Bystander. Just get the removal and be happy about it. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.